There's a question related to coaching adults with ADHD. What are your thoughts, if any, about neuroatypical people's ability to develop emotional intelligence? And the second question to this is, are we all equal when it comes to our capacity to develop EI?
Let me answer the second first. I think that anyone can get better across the range of competencies with the right systematic learning experiences. Why coaching is so important and training and development is so important. So in theory, yes, Earth be, we have different neurotransmitter set points, so you may be more naturally empathic, say, but and in fact, it turns out women tend to be more empathic on average than men, but it doesn't mean that any given man can't be the most empathic woman. You're talking about two overlapping bell curves. And in fact, in studies of top 10% performers, people who are the stars, there are no gender differences in any of these abilities. And so I think it's all learned and learnable. But you bring up the question of someone who, for some reason, has perhaps a neural-based disadvantage. And I think here, emotional intelligence can often help as a workaround. So, for example, there's some people who are systems thinkers, but not empathic, or maybe a little awkward in face-to-face interaction. And for people in those groups, you can help by coaching them in the basics of interaction. So it's kind of a ground-up emotional intelligence learning.
This is a question that comes up often when dealing with this topic, Dan and Matt. How does one go about measuring the progress of improving their EI? And a second question of this is, for example, if you're mentoring or coaching someone, how can you better gauge one's ability to show improvement? So would love your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I am a firm believer in 360s. I think that if you just use a self-test, people can game it or have blind spots. But other people, if they're rating you anonymously, can be quite candid and can actually see differences. We find that I recommend the emotional and social competence inventory. It has behavioral indicators for each of competencies. We use it in our coaching pre and post, because then people can track how they're doing as others see them, which I think is the most valid data.